Welcome to Volatility 411 for Equity Armor Investments. I am Joe Tigay here in the VIX pit where I'm coming off of a cold, and the market also seems to be shaking off of a cold. We've had 3 straight sell-off days in the market. Today's the first day out of 4 where it is up. Overnight we got some positive trade news. Of course, we were dealing with some negative trade news that has been driving the market lower for the past 3. Now, in the middle of this yesterday, we had the VIX all the way up at 18, relatively high level for the volatility index. And of course, we had the VVIX at 105. Now, in the middle of that, I might say, you know what, at 18, I might expect the VVIX to be a little bit higher than 105. Maybe that was a clue that the market was going to cool off or perhaps stabilize and turn higher. Now, overnight, maybe another clue if you're looking at the SKEW Index in the S&P 500, that was at its lowest level since November 10th of this year, so people may be paying less for puts, maybe a little sure that the market was going to stabilize. And of course, overnight we got positive trade news, people saying that the trade deal could still be back on. We're still posturing. We're going to try to get a deal. It just depends on the amounts at this point. Everything else is in place. So anybody's guess to me. Behind me in the VIX pit, of course, we have volatility down big today. VIX is down over 10%. We're at 14.5, under 14.5 right now on the volatility index. The futures also down very large. Front month was down 95 cents last I checked. Second month down 60 cents last I checked. So certainly a big decrease in the volatility expectations for there. So what to do going forward? Well, for me, yesterday I was really keying in on the Semiconductor Index. Long term, of course, it remains to be in a bullish trend. However, yesterday and the past 3 days, of course, we were looking at maybe a shorter term bearish trend. I saw a big gap lower in that index yesterday, and it was actually supported by the 50-day moving average. So the long-term trend had not been violated, and I thought to myself, you know what, I think return to that gap, covering that gap as gaps tend to be covered, is very prudent in the short term. And then I want to see what happens from there. Do we turn lower again, or do we go higher? So right now we're right at that gap. It's anybody's game going forward. I think the next couple days, of course, are going to be very key. If, of course, we make a new low from yesterday's low in the Semiconductor Index, I think that'll be a sign that then maybe the short-term to medium-term trend is turning bearish. For Equity Armor Investments, I'm Joe Tigay.